So today's topic, we're gonna talk about the saying, "If everything dies, what's the point of even trying?" Then, right? So I don't know a lot of people, but I know some people like on the internet go by this saying like, "Oh, what's the point of even trying if we're gonna end up dead anyways?" Or like, "Uh, and all this just to be dead in like 50, 70 years." Or like, everybody has the same destination, which is eventually gonna be death, right? So I want to talk about this because obviously, my YouTube channel or this channel is going to be talking about like the pros and cons or like the one side and the other side of this. So I personally don't go by like, sometimes I might, sometimes I don't, but I usually don't go by this saying because like, if everything dies, what's the point of doing anything then, right? Because like, if you go by this saying, right, then what's the point of literally anything in this life, right? Like, all the experiences, all the memories that you're gonna make, what's the point of anything at this point? If you live by this, like, if you live by this saying. Like, obviously, I would go by this saying, but like, when I'm like doing hard homework late at like 12 a.m. at night, and what's the point of even doing this if I'm gonna be dead, right? Or like taking a hard test, what's the point of doing this? Like, is learning all these material just for me to end up dead, right? But some people live by this saying unironically, and like just for their everyday behavior in life. Like, what's the point of doing this? What's the point of making friends? What's the point of going to this place? What's the point of going to this restaurant? But it's obviously very obvious. But the my perspective is like the point of like doing all this is to like create experience, create memories, to create these feelings that you feel once in a lifetime. Cause I feel like, cause I feel like a good, a good, a good, what's it called? A good chunk of these people just kind of miss the main point of what life really is. Like the point, well, my perspective of life, like what I would want my life to be, or like how I imagine life right now, is just trying new experiences, trying these new places, making these new thoughts, sharing conversation, just overall making memories for your life to be worth it. Like you only get one life, might as well make the most out of it. But also, there's also like every time was the point. Yeah, but there's also like the point of like doing homework like at night and like just doing these tests that you stay up all night studying and like just to eventually fail and then you'll say something like this. I could see that point of view, right? Because like eventually everything does die. Like I said, like all like I'm creating all these memories and these experiences to be feeling, right? But since everything is gonna come to an end point, then what's the point of even gonna be trying? I said like to create these new experiences, but what's gonna be the point of these experiences if you're gonna die eventually? So obviously there's gonna be contradicting sides, but like I said again, the point of making all these memories is to feel like you're alive, to feel that you're living. I think there's this like thing from I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, that movie is like the something about like human, like the point of being alive is to like to feel stuff, or like something like that. He was like in the hospital or something. I don't remember because I don't watch anime anymore. But I remember that quote. So if everything eventually comes to an end point, right? Might as well make the most out of your life until you reach that end point. Like, yes, you might think like, oh, eventually I'm gonna die. What's the point of doing anything? But my reasoning would be to experience these what's it called experience these experiences, to feel what you're gonna be feeling, to feel what you're supposed to feel things I've never felt before. That's the point of living. Make new experiences, to have these reasonings to wake up in the morning, have the reasons why you want to do this. You could explore, you could eventually find something that you might find lit worth living for. That's You could think of something that that's worth waking up for, the worth doing anything. You can find something. Oh, you could find something you could find something to make your life do any. Oh yeah, you could find something. Hold on. What's the point of doing anything then? Or you can find something to make it the point of doing anything. Something like that. You know what I'm trying to get at. So, yeah. Obviously, there's gonna be the other sides, like, oh, but eventually we're gonna die. So what? No, we're all gonna be end up dead in the ground. The rich, the poor, the wealthy, the unlucky, the fortunate, the unfortunate. No, death doesn't have any exclusions. It's just you're gonna be dead eventually, so might as well do what you can and make the most of what you can.